pleated skirt, you will need at least 2.5 to 3.5 yards of your choice of fabric, depending on your waist size. The width of your fabric can obviously be determined by how long you want your skirt. Lay out your fabric and start making your pleats. Fold 1 to 2 inches upwards and lay it down to overlap the continuing pattern. So basically, it is a fold of a fold. Not really a joke there, it was just say stuff, I mean. Leaving a few inches in between, continue this pattern of knife pleats until you reach the end of the fabric, and be sure that each pleat is aligned and amongst the same width. Also, my apologies if it's difficult to see. I probably should have used a little less confusing pattern. Well, that was a trip and a half a second. As I was saying, once your pleats are well aligned and evened out, iron everything out to help hold its place. When you're done, the knife pleats should look like flat flaps, like little wings ready to be flown away. On the top of your soon-to-be skirt, you have options to hold your pleats in firm place. Some work by stitching the first few inches down each line. This part is obviously optional. If you'd rather, you may skip ahead. Take a long strip of matching fabric, several inches wide, and place it along near the top of the edge, having both of them on the wrong side facing up. Stitch along the line, then fold that strip over the top of the skirt, overlapping it, then hemming it to form the belt lining top of the skirt. Along the way, iron each fold to hold the folds in place. This makes it easier to keep them aligned as you finish the hemming touches. Now your skirt is finally done, or in this case it might be overdone. Unless of course you like your meat overdone. I love my meat overdone. I mean, it's just so delicious. Wait, we're talking about skirts. Focus, focus, focus! This is the part that I like to call the try on and error. If your skirt turns out to be too big or too small for your waistline, this will be a good time to make the adjustments. Now that the measurements are done, you just need to complete it with a zipper. The smallest I was able to find was 7 inches. The smallest I was able to find was 7 inches. But if you'd rather go smaller, I'm sure there are some smaller ones available online if you Google them. Have the outside of the zipper aligned and facing the outside edge of the skirt. If you're stitching it through the sewing machine, you will need to zip and unzip to avoid the needle from crashing into the zipper. Because believe me, I've done that myself one too many times. It's the sensational feeling you get like when a shark is biting into a buzzsaw in a... Okay, let's focus here. The same thing goes for when you zip the other side of the zipper to the other side of the skirt. This will make the zipper not so uncomfortably visible. Once the zipper is stitched up, now all you have to do is close up the rest of the skirt. It doesn't have to be super tight, unless that's what you're into. But once you zip up and it's comfortably hanging on your waist, this considers just the right amount of sexy or classy comfort. And it's not even the only way to make them either. Another version of this skirt is known as the box pleated skirt. You repeat the exact same process, except have 2 small folds formed underneath the section. Then repeat the process every few inches, and have the rest is pretty much the same. Instead of 1 fold leaning one way, you have 2 folds facing the opposite directions. It's a long process for these hip-hugging pleats, but with all the colors and designs to choose from, this item can work with many categories of cosplay or even on a regular day,